exhale. Another deep breath in and exhale. Let's take one more inhale and one more leisurely exhale. And allow yourself to find your center, the center of your being. This is who you are. This is what's important. This is your nature, part of you that has value. Just being with that for a moment. This is where love resides. This is where your power source is. And now let's be mindful of that power source and connect it with Divine Source. One way to do that is to open the portal at the top of your head. And as your awareness lifts, Divine Source is right there, ready to connect with you. And you'll feel that loving divine connection. And this could feel like living light of love flowing into your body. And with your willingness, you can receive that. Bring it in. Allow it. You're worthy of it. It's not about deserving, if you've been perfect enough. You're worthy because you choose to be. Allow that to receive. Allow that to flow into your body. Let this living light of love touch your mind, filling your mind with hope and joy and positive anticipation. Letting more and more love and light touch your eyes, your third eye, your discernment centers that reside right above your eyebrows. And let that flow down into your occipital lobes, that behind in the back side of your brain. This helps your perceptions of truth. Letting more and more love and light flow into your throat and your shoulders now. You might want to roll your shoulders. We carry a ton of tension in our shoulders. Just relax and let that go. Because where there's tension, this living light of love is restricted. So allow it to flow. You have the power of allow. Letting more and more love and light flow into your arms and into your hands. So that whatever you choose to do with your hands is worthy work. Letting more and more love and light flow into your torso. Let this light touch every cell, every organ, every system, every tissue. Let it really penetrate. Let it bring love and nourish you. Letting more and more love and light flow into your legs now. Down into your feet. Open the portals at the bottoms of your feet, and any unwanted energy, just let it be pushed out into the earth. Get into the flow, giving and receiving of this living light of love, letting it flow through you into the earth. Now close the bottoms of your feet, the portals at the bottoms of your feet, and let's take a little walk. We're going to find our way to a forest. All kinds of trees here. Some are deciduous, some are evergreen. Follow your little path. This path is going to take you to a sacred tree. And this sacred tree is kind of on a hill. And it's kind of by itself. But not alone. It's beautiful. It's a magnificent tree. You can see there's a wound in the tree from maybe a lightning strike. But the tree thrived and grew beyond that. Notice how big and gnarly the root system is. And realize how deep those roots go. And allow yourself to stand near those roots. And you'll see that there's a kind of an opening at the base of this tree. And that opening is so big you could even step inside if you'd like. and you find it welcoming and choose to step inside. And as you step inside this tree, feel the strength of it. Feel the power of it. You may wish to reach out and touch the sides of the inside of this tree. Feeling the power and the energy and the strength this tree has to offer. And this is a mystical tree, and it has mystical powers. And as you touch the inside of this tree, your awareness now is a part of the tree's awareness. Allow yourself to move your awareness to the crown of the tree. Tall tree. And you're not afraid. Stand tall. You feel yourself standing tall in the breeze. And you can see the mountains beyond, the valley below. It feels wonderful to behold the surrounding areas and the trees nearby. You feel a kinship with those trees. You know, they have their own journey. And you're grateful for the strength this tree reveals to you. Now allow your awareness to go out down into the tree's roots. They go deep. They go wide. They're strong. They're hanging on. Dug in deep, and they can pull nutrients out of the earth. And you get to choose where those nutrients go. So draw nutrients up with your awareness, and now go back to the crown of the tree. And from the crown of the tree, you realize you have all these branches that you're aware of. And there's leaves on the branches. And there's some things that you no longer need. This tree no longer needs. So take your attention out to the branches and gently create a barrier between you and that which is no longer wanted. Perhaps it's a childhood trauma. Perhaps it's an injury from someone else's deceptions, a betrayal. Perhaps it's a sorrow or a loss. Yes, that's changed perhaps your growth, changed who you are. But you don't need the pain anymore. You don't need the suffering anymore. And gently create a barrier between you and whatever that is. And watch the leaf turn from the beautiful green into golden and oranges and reds, maybe even some purples. And as is the way of a falling leaf, allow that leaf to let go of you. And allow a gentle breeze to carry it away. It's full of nutrients and energy. And as it falls to the ground and deteriorates, it now feeds the soil and gives life in a new way. It no longer serves you, but you can release it and let it be. You can be free of that. And there may be more than one thing that you're ready to release and let go. Be mindful that you no longer are going to give that attention. You're creating a barrier, a loving barrier. That was what happened, but this is who I am. I am the tree. I'm magnificent. I'm love. And those things can gently be released from you, blown away. The wind of love, the winds of change just come and sweep them away from you. You no longer need to be even concerned with them. And now bring your attention back to the core of this tree. Have a sense of its strength, of its longevity. That it knows the sun will shine and give it what it needs. And the rain will come, give it what it needs. And so we can let go of worry and let God do God's part and nourish it. Its part is to have roots. Its part is to grow branches and leaves and release the leaves when it's time. And return to its strength and its core when it's time for that. Feel your own strength returning to your core as your awareness comes back into the person standing inside the tree. And as you release your touch of the tree and your awareness back into that being that you are, you realize that there is a small object here inside this tree that is a gift for you. Some symbolic object that is just right for you in this moment. So look for it. It's within this tree. Someone has left it for you. It's just right for you. So receive that with deep gratitude. Even if you may not know what symbolically that might mean for you, receive that with gratitude. And from that sense of deep, deep gratitude in your soul, you leave a gift here. Perhaps it's a word or a thought or a feeling or some symbolic object. Even if you don't know what the symbolism might mean, you will intuitively know what's important for you to leave here as a symbolic expression of your gratitude, as it may have significance for you, deep spiritual significance for you. So leave your gift here. And as you leave your gift here, step out from within the tree, step down the trail a bit and go back and look at the tree again. The leaves have blown away. There it stands in all its magnificence, and you can honor it and recognize its power, its majesty. And you'll remember this tree. You'll remember this day. You'll remember this moment. This is a turning point for you. And allow yourself to find your way back down the trail, back through the forest, back into this time and space, back into your physical form, back into the here and now. You might want to take a deep breath in and stretch a little bit, wiggle your fingers, wiggle your toes, and welcome back. I'm going to let you be with that, let you process that for just a moment. And Mr. Phil, if you would join me up front, please, dear. We have unleavened bread, if you like the tradition of that. Animal crackers, if you like to honor a Native American pathway. We also have gluten-free wafers. So they're the flat ones without the holes in them. If you need to be gluten-free, we've got you covered. So would you join us in prayer, please? Loving Spirit of light, as we take this in, help us to recognize the spiritual nourishment that you offer us. It's always there. Help us to tune into that and receive that. We ask that you walk with us in all things. These things we pray in the name of Jesus. Amen. As that continues around, would you join us in prayer again, please? Loving Spirit of light, as we drink this in, help us to drink in life, all of it. Even those things that are painful have amazing lessons and amazing benefits and blessings for us. Help us to see the blessings in that. Help us to know that the blessings are always available to us if we just open our eyes and become aware. Bring us that awareness. These things we pray in the name of Jesus. Amen. Volunteer?
Oh, well. Any volunteers? No? How about Josie? Oh. Oh, hey, sure. Josie, you're so lucky. Who are you?
I'm a stranger in a strange land.
There's truth to that.
I was thinking of when Janice said this morning that sometimes we just need something to adjust us. And it made me think about something I thought about years ago, a gratitude adjustment. When we have that moment when we're thinking that things suck and that there's nothing good, there's always something. There's always something to be grateful for. I am grateful for this church. I am grateful for everybody that is able to contribute so it can keep going. And give what you can, give a blessing if you can, and so it is. Thank you.
Thank you, dear. So while the baskets are going around, does anyone have a question or a comment about their guided meditation, that process? Yes, ma'am?
So when you said something about the color of the leaves when they were falling, mine kept changing from like a golden color to red, back and forth. And my gift was a small clear diamond, round. And I looked like a pheasant feather.
The changing of the leaves, let me ask about that for you, because that wasn't in my understanding.
I think it's because I love fall so much. The color is just amazing.
Yeah, I don't know that it has specific information for you. Because it was so profound for you, let me just ask and make sure. Oh, they're letting you know that this is a symbol for you that you're going through changes, that you're changing, that your world is changing, changing rapidly around you. So just letting you know that they're aware of that for you.
It's true.
The round diamond, diamonds they come from intense pressure. So you have come through some really tough stuff, and now it's your time to shine. And you have many facets to you that reflect the light and can express that light. And what did you leave?
A feather?
A feather, pheasant feather. The energy of pheasants is, again, that's that fall energy. Okay, so the male pheasant, when he makes his sound, women come. You know, his mate will find him. So they're very protective of their mate. So this is letting you know that should you be open to another partner, that the one that is right for you will find you. Does that make sense?
Yes.
Anybody else?
Well, first of all, I realized that I left Followers of the Way off the calendar, so I just wanted to.
Oh, that's this Thursday. Yes.
So, this Thursday.
And I forgot it too. I didn't tell you.
But what I got in the tree was a pocket watch,
A pocket watch.
and I left hair cutting scissors, like really sharp, like.
Okay, all right. So this is letting you know you're going to have enough time to do everything that you need to do. And the sharp scissors are, you'll cut it right to the edge, but you'll get it done, and you'll get what you need. And does that make sense? So this is giving you the power to be able to be really clear quickly. Yay, right? You need that. Okay, over here and then behind you.
Unusual. I have everybody's attention.
Why did that do that, Phil? Oh, you're too close to the camera, I guess.
No, too close to
To the speaker?
Yeah.
Okay,
Depends on how high the speaker is.
okay.
Anyway, the tree I saw started shedding leaves, and the leaves were metallic looking.
Metallic looking.
And on one side of the leaf, it had a Bible reference, and on the other side would have the verse. Most of them concerned 1 Corinthians 13,
All about love.
the love chapter. And as the leaves fell, they became like lights. And all of a sudden there was a lot of people around me. And as these leaves turned into lights, it started entering our hearts, through our chest. And as it hit the heart would sprout. And we all did that. And then it showed me a chest, and when we opened the chest, it said, if you want peace, there must be love. If you want love, there must be gratitude.
Wow, powerful stuff. So, and the leaves that turn metallic and they drifted off, okay, this is not just dispensing, this is, or shutting down or getting rid of something, this is spreading the word. And that's not your job. Let the wind do that. You be the light, you be the love, and that's where that love is coming from, and that light emerging. And the word's going to get out. And the people that can see it are really ready to receive it, will receive it. How powerful is that? And the treasure, you open that up and it said, what again?
If you want peace, there must be love. If you want love, there must be gratitude.
Gratitude, love,
Peace.
peace. So if you want peace, that's the journey. I love it. That's beautiful. Thank you for sharing. Very cool. Behind you, please.
What I received was a cut oval emerald.
Ooh, beautiful.
And what I gave back was, I couldn't really define it, but it was like this white, crumbly kind of powder. I wanted to say shell or a calcium underneath the roots.
Okay. Often the dry powder stuff, the seashell stuff, that's really good for nutrients for plants. So this helps people grow. So you're here to help people grow. That's what you kind of came here to do. The emerald that you received, this is talking about finding your own value. But it's also about healing yourself, healing others. Does that make sense to you?
Yeah. It was really interesting, though, because because as I was trying to be within the tree and everything else, my legs kept moving. And then that's when I realized that this tree was actually an ant that has slept and had found itself rooted, but it remembers walking.
Okay.
So I wasn't sure if that actually meant anything.
Well, let me ask. So what I'm getting on that for you is that you can remember where you've been and what you've been through, but it's not who you are. And that you get to be rooted and grounded. A good book talks about being rooted and grounded in love. And dig deep. and pull your nourishment from that. So you can remember running around and doing all
Yeah.
those things, but you're different.
Cool.
Okay, behind you, we'll work our way back up. We'll go around this way and come back.
I'm not sure if it was a letter opener or a sword shaped like a letter opener.
Okay. Letter openers open sealed information. So there may be some sealed information or some spirit information that you will have access to, that you came here, that'll be delivered to you. You can open and receive that and then share it with others. Does that feel right?
Yeah, I'm just curious what the sword symbolism is.
Well, the good book is referred to as being mightier than a two-edged sword.
Got it.
Cuts both ways. So this is powerful stuff.
Yeah, it is. And I left a piece of my heart with gratitude and unconditional love.
So wherever you go, whatever you're doing, it's all about love. If it's not love, you can't do it.
Exactly.
Your
Thank
soul
you.
won't let you do it. Can we pass it on over this way? We'll do this one and then come back here.
Thank you. What I got, the leaves were yellow, and what I received was like an old antique bell,
Aha.
and what I give in return was a crystal heart.
Okay. So the yellow leaves, this has to do with things, you'll know what has value for you and what doesn't. You can find value in whatever happened in your past. You can see the value of it and just let it go now. The antique bell, this is about having that inner ring true, and that it's important to honor that for yourself. You know, you'll know what's true for you and what's not true for you. And if you follow that ring true, this is going to be amplified and it's going to be clearer, clear as a bell. The messages will be clear as a bell for you. And that's going to give you the ability to follow that, like following your heart in a real clear way. And then leaving a crystal heart is, again, your willingness to have a clear heart and being able to follow that. Does that make sense to you?
Yes, thank you.
Wonderful. Wonderful.
Well, what I received was a tear.
A tear, okay?
A tear. And then what I saw and then gave back was an eye.
Okay. So receiving a tear, this is recognizing other people's sorrow, recognizing
Okay.
your own and others. Sometimes people just need to be acknowledged. I see you're hurting. I hear you. I understand. That is powerful. That's a beautiful gift. And you're given the gift of discernment of being able to perceive that
Okay.
and be able to acknowledge that for someone without feeding into people being needy or whining. Does that make sense? You can acknowledge it without letting people wallow. And what did you get back? I'm sorry.
Well, that was it, the eye.
Oh, the eye.
Yeah.
Oh, okay. So they kind of fit together there.
Yeah.
Your willingness to see it and acknowledge where a person is, because that helps people move through
Okay.
without allowing them to stay stuck and whining. Make sense?
Yeah.
Okay.
I was curious, though, my tree kept changing from a beautiful big pine, tall, wonderful, massive pine, to sort of a Amazon forest tree with big, overarching, wide limbs and broad leaves that were falling. And I wasn't quite sure the changeability of that tree.
Well, let me ask. Oh, you may find yourself redefining who you are.
Okay.
Don't you love it?
Whenever we go on a journey in the woods, I always end up at the Olympic National Forest. So the leaves had all fallen. My tree was a pine tree. And so the smell of the leaves falling, all of that was great. I got a fiddlehead fern, and I left gratitude because during that journey today, there was a moment where my wrist didn't hurt.
Oh, wonderful. Okay, so this lets you know that the pain that you're experiencing may have emotional challenge,